We're back with our Bright and Bold series for Black History Month. Tonight we go to New York City, where an artist creates portraits of Black lives lost during encounters with police. Newsy national correspondent Axel Tercios reports.
So this is Christian Taylor. He was just 19 years old.
19 years, illustrated in a powerful portrait completed in 19 minutes, created by Brooklyn artist Adrian Brandon.
I think one thing that's special about the series is that it relates everyone to one another with age.
His sketches give life to those lost in his series Stolen, portraits of over 80 faces, Black lives lost in controversial incidents with police, deaths that shocked the nation.
When I kind of start out with each piece, I try to find a way to really capture something that makes them unique.
What inspired you to create the series?
The ongoing names added to the list of victims of police violence was continuously just making me more and more overwhelmed, and really just the sadness was becoming unbearable, and I wanted to find some way to be a part of the conversation.
All of the portraits appeared to be incomplete, but they're not. They are created with purpose.
The emptiness really represents the unknown, and the unknown of where this individual is going, what dreams and goals did they have in their life, where were they going with work, with their relationships, and then also just the emptiness that these families and communities are forced to grapple with.
When Adrian is ready to start coloring in blank portraits, he sets a timer for himself. Every year the person lived represents 1 minute.
So I think having the timer be kind of its own medium in this series is really crucial to the process, because as the artist, it makes me internalize it.
Once the timer goes off, he says it brings him back to reality.
Just the suddenness of these lives that are being cut short, and that anxiety really translates to something that I think a lot of Black Americans feel, and the fear that mothers and fathers and grandparents have with their loved ones, and they're out in the streets and get pulled over by the cops.
These sketches have gone viral. The faces of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and Eric Garner. But it is the youngest face that has touched every inch of his soul.
Her name is Ayanna Stanley Jones. She was just 7 years old. And so obviously those younger individuals, those kids, that's really emotional. It's really tough for me to wrap my head around it, to only spend 7 minutes on an art piece.
Brandon belongs to a rising movement of Black artists who use their creations to take the lid off on the historically marginalized Black culture, battered with racial injustice. For Brandon, Black History Month is a time to reflect on individuals, leaders, and movements that strive to achieve racial equality.
It's clear that there's so much work to continue to be done, and there's so many people alive today that are putting in incredible amounts of work and doing so much for our community that it's important to recognize that, shine a light on them, and to keep pushing forward, and so we can get to a place that we want to be.
Axel Tercios, Newsy, New York City.